Danielle and Chelsea. We are popping in to give you guys an update and share some information with you about our super exciting upcoming knitting tour that we're going to take in 2025 to Scotland and the Shetland Islands. So excited.
So excited. That's like one of my favorite shows, the Shetland. So anybody else who loves the show, we are going to go to Lerwick. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Being Scottish, I've been there once or twice as a child, but not from a knitting standpoint. So yeah, there's a lot of things on this itinerary that we specifically asked for. And I'm kind of excited about the kilt workshop or demonstration because kilts are pretty awesome. And the fabric, all that beautiful woven fabric.
And if there's somebody good looking who's wearing the kilt, well then.
That's never a bad thing.
So we've got a few workshops that are specifically promoted and included because we just thought they'd be really super cool. The first one being the Fair Isle Yoke workshop with Hazel Tyndall. And Hazel is the fastest knitter in the world. Like world's fastest knitter, right? Yeah.
Yes, I think that's exactly
the title.
Yeah.
And so I personally, I want to see her knit because that's going to be awesome, as well as learning.
I might want to race her a little bit.
Totally. Oh my god. The competitive side comes
out.
And then we're going to have a Shetland lace class with Elizabeth Johnston. And then we're also going to have a Shetland knitting belt workshop with Jeanette Budge. And I'm excited about this because one of our Knit Night participants, Olga, due to, was it like a strain or injury, she ended up having to teach herself to knit a new way. And she was using a knitting belt, and so watching her progress and learn and was interesting for me, and also knowing that we're actually going to be getting a knitting belt.
Yeah.
So what we're using, we get to keep in the workshop, is pretty cool. And all of the class materials, aside from your needles, are going to be included in the cost of the trip. So
which is helpful because then you don't have to. You can have empty space in your suitcase for buying yarn. You don't have to bring yarn with you.
Yeah.
They'll give you stuff to do in the workshop so you can, keep that stuff, but you'll also have room to shop and bring home some more stuff. So that's good.
I mean, we're all going to need plain knitting and, bust knitting,
night,
and all that
evening
stuff,
knitting, all that stuff. So bring a project that you're currently working on, so you have something fun to work on that you're capable. But I'm kind of, the knitting belt thing is really cool.
Yeah, very cool. And then there's going to be a couple of evenings when we're traveling where Chelsea and I are going to have like a knitting circle night. So we can just, for all we know, it might be every night, but
but we might even teach a couple of classes.
Yep.
So we might put it out to the group and say, what do you guys really want to learn? And we'll work on that because, as you know, Danielle and I have a lot of experience between the two of us when it comes to knitting and crochet, and we love to share. So we can certainly, we can either come up with a couple classes on our own, or we can listen to the masses and customize something.
Yep. So once we've got our 20 spots filled, we'll figure that part out.
Yeah.
So there, plus we've got in the itinerary, which is on the website, some other non-knitting or tangentially knitting related
tourism
tours, like the Jamesons of Shetland, which is the mill that makes Jamesons of Shetland yarn, which is like very well known, very widely used. So and that the color range for this yarn is phenomenal. So I can't wait.
Same with the new Lanark mill. That is another big yarn company that makes yarn locally, and the colors are incredible. I have knit with it for the kilt socks that I make. Great. So I had to get that imported in from Scotland.
Yep.
And it was lovely.
That's great.
And then the Ginger Twist Studio. Maybe go follow her on Instagram, Ginger Twist. She's got a lovely little shop in Edinburgh. So I'm kind of excited because I've been following her on Instagram for a while now. So that'll be fun.
We're going to go to a place called Silly Sheep and a place called I can't pronounce this, Bonhoga Gallery. I'm sorry, I'm sure I butchered that. And Shetland Jewelry Studio, which is going to be beautiful from what I've seen online. And we are also...
There's the V&A Design Gallery tour, the design studio, the Dovecot Studios. We're going to do a lot of, textile gallery, museum sort of stuff too, because, it's pretty phenomenal, the history there. And
the Shetland Textile Museum we're going to be going to, so that'll be cool. Oh, and Burra Bears. So this is another one that I would look them up as well. Very cool. They make teddy bears out of the Fair Isle sweaters that don't quite pass quality inspection. So they get another life as a teddy bear, which is very cool. And we get some free time, so we'll get to shop in Lerwick and go to Jameson, go to any of the other small shops that there are. It's such a pretty looking town. It's like cobblestone streets, and just looks really nice. And then we also are going to have a Scotch whiskey experience.
I don't know how I feel about that. I'm a little weird on the Scotch thing, but I know. I give Danielle Scotch every birthday because it's her favorite. So
we've got other things in there as well. Check out the itinerary. It's a day by day, 9 days, and from when you land, all your transportation is taken care of right from the airport and then right back to the airport.
I can vouch for this tour company. I did a tour of Ireland, I think in October of 2019.
Yep.
And it was phenomenal. They were so professional. The bus was really new, modern. The driver, he was fantastic on those narrow little Irish lanes. Our tour guide was so professional, and she was funny and kept us entertained, but also kept the group together and moving. It was a really good experience. At no point in time did we ever feel abandoned or not organized, or it was just very professional. So this partly why we decided to go with this company, because they do have an incredible reputation for putting on tours, and they really know the fiber textile stuff. They really focus on knitting tours. So they will take care of us once we get there.
Yeah. So all the accommodations, almost all the meals. There's only a couple that aren't included.
Lunches or something. Maybe one dinner's not included, a couple lunches. They were very good about including most of the meals. We'll be eating together. Yep. I think for the most part, they are. I remember in Ireland, the breakfasts were proper breakfasts. You could either order or they had a buffet, but it wasn't like a croissant and a banana. It was really hard to find bananas in Ireland. I had to ask for them all the time. But no, they're proper breakfasts to get you filled up and on your way for the day. And then lunches were in lovely little pubs or local restaurants, supporting the local businesses and stuff. So the meals are great. The hotels that we'll be staying in are not out in the boonies. They're centrally located so that we can walk when we do have free time to the local hotspots and stuff. We're not going to be having to get on public transportation to make our way into town.
We do have 2 overnight ferry crossings.
In a private cabin, shared accommodation. So with your travel mate. I hope you don't snore. You don't snore. I guess I'll be packing my earplugs.
Well, it depends who you ask.
How much scotch you've had?
And how much scotch I've had.
There you go.
Yeah. So it sounds like it's going to be an amazing trip, and we're really excited about it. So this gives a lot of time for planning financially, planning your life, childcare, job, vacation, because you've got a full year. You just have to put the 20% deposit down. That's
reserves your spot.
Yeah. So once that's done, then the other payments are not for quite some time.
Yeah, I think it's January or something when it's on the website, but when the final payment is due. Where was that? January 3rd of 2025 is when all the final money is has to get sorted.
Yeah.
So you'll have time to, book the travel agent will tell you when to book your flights, because you will have to book those separately, because obviously not everybody's coming from Toronto. But they'll let you know at what point you can do that and, get the best deals. So,
because there is a maximum of 20 people, but we also have a minimum number in order to make the tour go.
Right.
So as soon as the minimum is taken care of, then you will get informed by the travel agent, and they'll say, it's good to
good
book
to go
your
and
flight.
start booking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Muriel Lee is the travel agent that we're working with. Full disclosure, my mom.
She's been doing this a very long time.
She has been doing it a very long time. And she actually took me on the knitting tour to Ireland. So she also has a lot of experience with this company. And she will answer any questions that you have. She is fully licensed with TICO and ACTA and all that sort of stuff. So if you have travel related questions, best to reach out to her, and her email is on the website on our on the brochure. Because, we'll just probably forward it to her because she knows the travel stuff better than we do. So there you go.
Well, I think that's about it, but we will update. If people have questions, send them to us. You can email them, you can DM them, and we will answer them. Plus, we will then update the website with that, because we've tried to think of all of the pertinent information, but there's bound to be something
we haven't thought of.
It's
It's our first time doing a group tour together.
We're very excited. Hopefully the first of many. So we will gladly answer questions if the information's not here, and then we'll update the website with that. So we welcome the questions and the feedback. But it sounds like it's going to be an amazing trip, and
we're super excited, and we hope you guys will come with us. We would just love to have a group of like-minded women or men, whatever, people who want to knit and learn about textiles and fiber, and it'll be so much fun.
Yep, it will.
So, there you go.
So anyways, thanks guys.
See you soon.
All right.